Hi teachers, welcome back. Water is the lifeblood of our planet, but managing it is an engineering massive puzzle. Welcome to KaiLab Water Cycle Map. This is where environmental science gets to really come to life. Right, as we can see, we've got the water cycle mat set up here for our KaiLab, and you can see we've got our L and T junction pipes that we are using with our QR codes on top to manage that flow of water for our water cycles. You can see our input and outputs. Now we've used our 3D printed ones for this lesson today. However, you can use them if you just go to your local hardware store and you'll be able to find ones there as well. All of your QR codes are obviously available for you to print and cut out and place on, all on your KaiLab platform. Once you're into your Learn portal, you can see learn.kaiseducation.com. You can come to your KaiLab lessons and then select your adventure mat, which is our water cycle mat today. Once you scroll down further, you can see the lessons that are available to you with this mat. Now with this mat, you've got a clear progression from lesson 1 through to lesson 3. Let's have a look at what some of those lessons entail now. Once you select your lesson which you want to start with, you can then see the different countries and the standards in which they are aligned to for that lesson. You can see here we've got the framework and all the standards. Once you scroll down further, you can see your full lesson overview. This one is about exploring water quality, sensor pump technology, and secure storage through physical and virtual simulations. You can see our activity and our outcome and all the resources that you will be needing today. Once you scroll down further, you will be able to see a full, detailed, step-by-step guide on how you can implement this into your lesson. You can see we've got overview, requirements, key concepts for you to understand, lesson steps. It's the perfect lesson for you to pick up and run with your students. Once you scroll down further, you can see a full overview on what that code should look like. Gives you an example on how you can do all of your submersive water pump sensors. And at the end, we have got our self-assessment for your recrack questions for your students. As you can see, this is perfect for your students to be able to explore a little bit more on our water cycle mat. Right, once you are in your KaiLab platform, you can come into your virtual viewer to really see this water cycle mat come to life. Once you select onto your virtual viewer, you can see here all the different areas of our water cycle mat. So you can see where I've placed my L and T junction pipes, all based on your inputs and outputs of all of these systems. So obviously with our water cycle mat, we're really working on that water management because it's about that ecosystem of that flow of water and how we're going to survive. We have areas on the mat here that are important to consider. So you can see over here we have our lakes and rivers. You can see our little fish are swimming around, and you can see obviously there's rain and sun and how that weather pattern's happening over those 14 days. Now over here you can see first up we've got our clean water treatment facility. Now obviously any water that comes out of our lakes and rivers is not 100%, so it needs to go into our clean water treatment facility to come out and then go into our homes and industries. As you can see here, we have got one of our storage towers. Then next up we have our homes and industry. So you can see that's our little house with our people and how we're going to survive. So again, we've got our input and then obviously any of our brown water that's coming out of the households as well. Then over here you've got your farm and industry. So we can see here we've got our cows and we've got any of our vegetables and things that are making over here. We've got another storage tank, and then lastly over here you can see our sewage plant. So obviously that's any of our dirty water coming out of our houses and then into the treatment facility and where you're going to place that next. Wonderful. Now let's dive in and have a look about each area of this in more detail. So once you come over to your dashboard here, we can see our water cycle dashboard. Now this gives you a full breakdown of all of those areas on our water cycle mat. Because I can hear some teachers saying, okay, so what is the overall objective with these lessons? So our objective is to get our students to work collaboratively together to see how we're going to survive with these 14 days. So obviously there are many things that they need to consider with this. We need to think about our water tanks and what we're storing over those 14 days. We need to think about our lakes. So it's the purity that's in our lakes, it's the health of our fish. Obviously humans are consuming fish as well as our farming and agriculture. Obviously you can also see our weather patterns and how that's making our lakes rise and fall. Next up, we've got our homes and industry and offices. So this is showing you our purity. Obviously, any water and things that we're consuming needs to be of high purity. Otherwise, our health bar is going to go down and we're not going to be very well. Obviously, we need to keep in mind that we've got enough water coming in there as well. Next up, we've got our farming and agriculture, which is very similar in the sense we need to have it at a good purity to keep those health of those farming and agriculture at a good point, as well as having enough of it for them to survive that 14 days. Now, an important thing to consider when we're working with our farming and agriculture is the fact that obviously some of that brown water is going back into the soil. And obviously over time, that is going to have an effect on your lakes because everything that goes into the soil ultimately will go back into your lakes and rivers. So that's an important one for your students to keep in mind. Then we have our sewage treatment facility down the bottom here. Now again, a maximum purity output is 80%. And if you're thinking about that 80% to then put that straight back into homes and industry, it's probably not going to make you feel very well. So it's important that it goes back into that clean water treatment plant in order to get that purity level up high enough for it to go into homes and industries. Wonderful. Then down the bottom here you can see your environmental state. So as we said, our objective is to stay alive for those 14 days. And when I say stay alive, that's all of these areas stay alive. So not just us as humans, but the farming and agriculture and our lakes and everything. I'm excited for your students to explore and try these lessons and see what they come up with and how they work as a team together. Can't wait to see what they all come up with next. Keep watching to see some of our next videos to explore some more of these mats and the lessons and curriculum that they're aligned to. See you there, teachers.